Hello again, everybody. I'm the Dude 5 back with another video, and today we'll be continuing our walkthrough series of LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens with Collectible Hunting Part 10. We are finally on Starkiller Base. We are finally on the final LEGO world in LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, and we have a lot of ground to cover. So we are just going to go ahead and jump right into it here. Let's see what our progress stands at. We need 10 carbonite bricks, the final 10, 55 gold bricks, 7 general missions, 7 races, 7 first order missions, and 2 resistance missions. Makes sense, there's more first order missions than resistance missions on Starkiller Base. 2 bounty hunts, 3 scavengers, and 1 droid translation mission. Now, I'd like to quickly point out before we begin anything here that the final carbonite brick that needs to be obtained on this world is hidden and can only be accessed a certain way after you complete a certain first order side mission, I believe. And so that'll actually be covered in the next episode of Collectible Hunting. So I just want to point that out because there's going to come a point in time where like, oh, where's the last carbonite brick? I don't see it. Well, I got confused at that part too. And I discovered for myself that it needs to be unlocked in a certain way, so we'll figure that out in the next episode. So just want to point that out. So if it looks like I'm searching the map for blatantly no reason whatsoever, that's why. Slide down, So that was carbonite brick number 25, I believe, 25 or 26, and gold brick number 195. So we're going to get the next one right over here. Need to become the Kilo Ren. Yes, I will disrespectfully mispronounce his name because he is a twat. Hey guys, open up, it's me, Kylo. I need to get my carbonite brick. Sorry, carbonite brick number 26. No, that's number 27. Okay. Gold brick number 196. I think Starkiller Base took me like 4 or 5 videos because there was a lot to get through and I was getting confused on some parts. Also, guys, I know it's still a few videos off from the end of Collectible Hunting, but I did encounter a slight issue when I did a 100% complete the base game. For some reason, after I got all the collectibles from everything and completed Starkiller Destruction, which is the final gold brick you obtain for the base game in order to get 250 gold bricks. For some reason, after I unlocked all the characters from the carbonite bricks, it took my system a little bit to like register it, and it didn't give me the trophy for 100% completion right away. For those of you that didn't get the season pass for LEGO Star Wars Force Awakens, you have to obtain all the red bricks, all the mini kits, all true Jedi ranks from all the main story missions and the bonus adventure levels. And then you have to go ahead and get all the collectibles from all the worlds. And the final gold brick, the 250th gold brick that you obtain, is from a mission called Starkiller Destruction. And you can only complete that level once you've obtained 249 gold bricks, which you'll complete after getting all the other worlds and then completing all the collectibles on Starkiller Base. So if you did get the season pass, don't be confused if it shows that there's more gold bricks to obtain than you originally have to. Once you obtain 250 gold bricks, get all the mini kits, red power bricks, and unlock all the carbonite brick characters, you technically will have achieved 100% completion for the base game. After that, it's just about 100% completing the DLC Season Pass story missions. So there will come a point in the final Collectible Hunting video where there is that confusion going on, but I just want to let you guys know ahead of time so that way I don't have to explain myself again. And you guys will see what I mean in the final Collectible Hunting video, just as you will see what I mean when I say the final carbonite brick isn't shown on this map, the 35th carbonite brick. There's about 2 more left shown on this map when there should be 3 shown. There's about 3 more shown on the map currently. should have hopped in a vehicle more often. It takes quite a bit of time to get across each area on this planet.
How would you like to improve stormtrooper morale around here?
But I do know that the side mission, first order side mission that we need to complete in order to unlock the final carbonite brick is somewhere in that main area where we first spawn in. But like I said, we'll cover that in the next video. Right now, I'm trying to get to the next carbonite brick. Sorry if I yawned, I'm tired. It's late at night. By the way, guys, I did pick up Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I had it on pre-order. I paid it off last night, and I picked it up, and I am super, super happy to be playing Crash Bandicoot again. It has the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games all on one disc. Crash Bandicoot, then Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, and then Crash 3 Warped. So I did record my first episode of that today, and I'll be trying to upload that soon, so we can all share in the nostalgic joy together. It's amazing. Like, it's exactly the way I remember it, but the graphics are obviously fully updated and remastered for all 3 games, and all the sound effects and all the in-game music and all that is the same. It's amazing. It's a remastered version of a classic PS1 titles. It's beautifully done, and it's just a lot of fun to play. It introduces, since the gameplay mechanics are a little smoother, since it's remastered, you do really have to, like, if it was difficult before to time your jumps over each pitfall and all that stuff in the original Crash, then it's definitely a little trickier to try to, like, you know, platform in the new Crash Bandicoot. Since it's smoother, it's more polished, it's remastered. You really got to be careful and time your jumps for your platforming, like, near perfectly, because otherwise you're going to die a lot. And it's definitely taken me a little bit of time to get used to it again, since the first time I played Crash since I was a kid. And so I think the last Crash Bandicoot game I played was Crash the Titans for the Xbox 360. And don't get me wrong, that was actually a pretty fun game, and it introduced a new gameplay mechanic that was really, really interesting, just to get through the game itself. It's amazing how the fact that Crash Bandicoot started off as a PlayStation 1 original title, and it spanned across generations of consoles. It was amazing. I mean, it touched the Game Boy, Nintendo systems. It got to the GameCube. It even got, spawned obviously new Crash titles for the PS2, and it even got, and Crash Bandicoot titles even got released for the original Microsoft system releases, like the Xbox 360 and all that stuff. And it was just amazing to see, one of my all-time favorite childhood games just do so well. And then for a while, it kind of died off. After Crash of the Titans, it just kind of died off, I think. There was that one Crash racing game that came out not too long after that, but I used to love Crash Team Racing. And then I think Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex was one of the other, like, main Crash games, I think for the PS2. That was one of the last ones I played, and I had such a fun time with it. I never beat Crash the Titans. I had a lot of fun playing it, but it got a little challenging towards a certain part of the game, and I had such a hard time trying to beat it. And so, but it was still a lot of fun. So I'm super happy to be playing the original Crash Bandicoot games again, and I will be bringing that content to my channel for you all to enjoy as soon as I possibly can. I'm looking forward to that greatly. As soon as I finish my LEGO Star Wars Force Awakens series, I got the last collectible hunting videos, and then the DLC story mission 100% videos, and then that's going to be it for LEGO Star Wars, guys. And that's going to be it for LEGO Star Wars, at least until they release the next LEGO Star Wars game for Episode 8. However, the next LEGO game that's going to be released is LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 this November, and I am super, super looking forward to that. I love the first LEGO Marvel Superheroes game. I didn't do any videos on that, but I did 100% that game and got all the trophies. I also did 100% LEGO Marvel's Avengers, and that was a lot of fun too. So for this second to last, this penultimate carbonite brick here, we need to build a TIE fighter and a X-Wing fighter from this rubble in order to get this carbonite brick. And then after that, we're going to wait till the next episode to find out the secret hidden carbonite brick. It's hidden, guys. It's hidden. I think it's kind of interesting, the fact that in this game, when you're going through the world getting all the collectibles, some stuff you have to unlock. Some stuff is hidden, and you have to unlock it by completing other side stuff, and then unlocking the next side quest in the chain. And that's how you gain access to some of the collectibles on these worlds. Some of it's hidden, and it's not always obvious how to get to it. So I like that they did kind of present that aspect in this game as a bit more of a challenge. It made the game a little bit more challenging to complete. But at the same time, it was also really, really annoying because I felt like I was missing something. I'm like, please tell me I didn't screw anything up. Especially since I'm recording this and putting it on my channel. It's like, please don't tell me I'm making a fool of myself and messing this up deliberately or accidentally. Just, you know. So it kind of made me feel a little stupid and made me worry a bit. Especially in, like, when I'm going through each of the, main story missions and the side missions. The fact that, you know, you're trying to get all the mini kits and stuff, and sometimes it can be easy to miss some stuff if you're not paying attention. That's why I turned on the collectible detector. And even then, with the collectible detector on, it was still confusing sometimes as to where the arrows were pointing and which item was where, and it kind of misled me a few times. But, I mean, those are just little things about this game that could have been slightly improved, but, you know, there's only so much you can do. So, but otherwise, it's a good game. Otherwise, GG LucasArts, GG. And Traveler's Tales. Sorry, I shouldn't say LucasArts. LucasArts doesn't exist anymore. It's just Lucasfilm, Disney, and Traveler's Tales. That's it. That's it, guys. That's it. I mean, Lucasfilm still exists, but it's owned by Disney. And so, you guys already know that. I was sorry. I'm just think it's probably the nostalgic nerd gamer in me. The fact that when I used to play Star Wars games when I was a kid, LucasArts was still a thing. Especially with the old LEGO Star Wars games, LucasArts was still a thing. And so, thinking about Crash Bandicoot and got me thinking about other games I played, and then I said LucasArts, and I'm like, wait, I don't think that's a thing anymore. It's definitely not. It used to be. It used to be back when we used to love to play Star Wars games back in the day, but then once it died out, I don't know when LucasArts died out. I think it was probably sometime after the Force Unleashed games, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe even before that. And then we were all just waiting on, like, or it maybe even probably died out after the original Battlefront 2. Probably the last LucasArts, one of the last LucasArts official titles that, you know, got released under that banner. And so, and now they're practically remaking the Battlefronts with, you know, Battlefront 1 being all exclusive multiplayer with original trilogy era stuff only, with the inclusion of the Rogue One DLC expansion, if you guys got the season pass, and I'm sure most of you did. Personally, for the most part, I've enjoyed playing Battlefront, the remake for the PS4, just solely because, you know, the realistic multiplayer battles in original trilogy era was very realistic, and it was just fun to get to try to, you know, get to experience that, because I think I maybe only played the original Battlefront games once or twice at a friend's house, or I'd seen it played. But I never actually owned and played those games myself. And so to play the current Battlefront game, it was a lot of fun. It was very, very realistic, very well polished, very smooth. However, there, just like any other multiplayer game, any other multiplayer shooter, there was some grade A fuckery, pardon my language, that went on in Battlefront that's so super annoying. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Like, there seems to be an ungodly amount of splash damage that happens from certain weapons that just seems completely unreal. And, like, it shouldn't even be an issue, but it is. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's just not cool. Like, certain explosive damage. Like, I could be behind a corner of a wall and have a thermal detonator go up on the opposite corner, and yet I could still get killed by it. It's freaking ridiculous. There's an ungodly amount of splash damage. If you're shooting across far distances, you need to strafe the living hell out of your blaster fire to try to hit a moving target. It's damn near impossible. It's seriously, it's absolutely ridiculous. That and the radar to try to see where your enemies are. There's like red everywhere, and you can barely see where enemies are coming from. I've had moments consistently where it's like an enemy could be right frickin' behind me, and I don't see them on the radar. That's a flaw. Like, seriously. Unless they're using some sort of radar jammer, which I've had moments where they aren't, and they're still right behind me, and I still can't see them on my radar, and it's ridiculous. Like, you need to keep your head on a swivel constantly. You need to have eyes in the back of your freaking head. And it's ridiculous. And then when if you're playing in like third person instead of first person, you need to, like, if you're crouching behind a corner and trying to peek out and hit someone, you need to be careful that your aiming cursor is not still blocked by the wall that you're currently hiding behind. Otherwise, you won't hit your target, and then your target will see you, and then your target will rape you with blaster fire, and it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all, and it's annoying. I've had far too many rage moments in Battlefront. It's ridiculous, especially in Fighter Squadron, or it seems like there's just a never-ending amount of enemies logging on to you, and no matter how hard you try to shake them, they always end up killing you. And it's ridiculous. And for the longest time, for the longest time, I couldn't figure out, I seriously couldn't figure out how it was so easy for my enemies to lock onto me, for other players to lock onto me, and yet I had such a hard time finding other players amidst the AI fighter ships that they include in those matches, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. You have to try to pick out from the crowd of ships flying through the air which ones are being piloted by actual players, and then when you lock onto them, they're trying to shake you, and it is hard as hell to try to stay locked onto them long enough to kill them and actually earn more points. It's a pain in the ass. It really is. It's fun, but it's a pain in the ass. And it's an unnecessary pain in the ass, too. So, I mean, these maps are so crowded with other players to try to find other players and kill them before they kill you. And it's like, there's just too much stuff that goes on that just shouldn't happen in a first-person shooter, but it does. Not to mention, the heroes that you can play as are overpowered as hell. And then when you try to kill them, you know, you just always get shut down, and it's never you that kills the hero to get, you know, more points. And then when you try to play as the hero and go ham, go aggro, you get lit the hell up like hardcore. And you don't even get the chance to go on a huge kill streak like you see other players do. I don't know how they do it. I mean, obviously there are other players out there that are better than me. But it's ridiculous. And you feel kind of, you know, it makes you feel inadequate as a gamer. Like, the minute you try to go aggro, you get shut down relentlessly. It's upsetting. Ooh, got a triple kill there. That was a nice combo. I like the fact that they included those seismic charge torpedoes. Makes for some nice discourse. Seems to me that when I play a Star Wars title, I ramble on about Star Wars. Go figure. But I'm just offering my humble opinion. I mean, since I'm a YouTube gamer, I have to offer my opinion on these games because I'm putting them out there for you to consume. And so, obviously, that's why I'm rambling on about these things. And everybody has their own opinion, so. For those who agree with me, thank you. I'm glad we see eye to eye. For those that blatantly just hate it, I can understand why. You know. But personally, I can't wait for Battlefront 2 because this is going to be the first time in a long time that we've had access to the prequel trilogy era stuff since the original Battlefront 2. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. Plus, I think they kind of learned from their mistake of not including a single-player campaign in the Battlefront remake, and I think they're putting a single-player campaign in Battlefront 2. I think that's been confirmed, which is going to be awesome because the last time there was a Battlefront campaign, it was in Battlefront 2, the original. And so, but now they're including, in Battlefront 2, they're including gameplay across all eras. So prequel trilogy, original trilogy, and sequel trilogy era. They're finally including all of that in the new Battlefront 2. That's going to be a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of gameplay of it so far, and so far it looks a little bit more polished. There's definitely a new upgrade and weapon economy in the game, changed from Battlefront 1. And there also seems to be a smoother gameplay, slightly, but also more detailed radar, so where enemies can't really, kind of blindside you like they did me a lot. And also, from what I've seen, it actually takes more effort, more blaster fire to actually kill your enemy. Like in Battlefront 1, you can get shut down so quickly. Like your health bar, it doesn't even matter that you have a health bar. Just once you start getting lit up, it just depletes so quickly. And from the gameplay I've seen of Battlefront 2 now, it actually takes a lot more effort to try to kill your enemy. And then, there's, dodging and rolling mechanics to try to evade. There's more mechanics for like defensive strategies for when you're playing on to try to win those 1v1s when you come up against an enemy and you're trying to kill them. There's the way they've redesigned the game, there's more of a chance for you to actually, evade, dodge, and survive long enough to win those 1v1s against your enemies. From the looks of things, however, it doesn't look like there's health regen in Battlefront 2. From what I've seen, it does not look like there's health regen at all. And I'm wondering if they did that on purpose, or if there's going to be like skills or a skill tree or like unlockable star cards or upgrades that allow for slight health regen, or if you have to pick up med packs. Because if I remember correctly, in the original Battlefront games, you didn't have health regen. If you wanted to heal, you needed to pick up a med pack somewhere that spawned on the map. And I actually kind of like that mechanic because, I do and I don't, because now in the current Battlefront game, health regen, is just kind of like a regular thing, like in Destiny or in Halo. You just have health regen there. But in the long run, since it's all multiplayer, it's like it almost doesn't matter that you have health regen because you get killed too quickly for it to even make a difference. It's ridiculous. And so I think the fact that I haven't seen any health regen in Battlefront 2 is actually a good thing. They actually kind of give you more health to begin with. They give you more of a health bar instead of just 100 health. That, and there's no health regen, so when you die or when you get shot at, there's no health regen. You have to just try to survive. And so I actually kind of like that they changed that, because in the current Battlefront, it almost doesn't make a difference, the fact that there's health regen, because like I said, you get killed way too quickly for it to even matter, for it to even make a difference, unless you have a trait where you get enough kills to have faster health regen. And honestly, how often does that happen for you to actually reach the third tier of your trait? Especially if you're like me, if you're not like one of those Battlefront players that just can go on massive kill streaks and not get killed, and find ways not to get killed. Like, I'm not that good. And so, having a faster health regen trait equipped on me almost doesn't matter, and it's really just upsetting. So I'm looking forward to playing the new Battlefront 2 and seeing what they've changed and how different a game it can be from this Battlefront. Hopefully it's better. I'm sure there's going to be things that can be improved on, obviously, with games there always are. But I am greatly looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun, and there should be some major improvements from this current Battlefront. Because for the most part, over the past several years, whenever I've played a game in a franchise, and when game developers actually listen to their fans, listen to the skepticism, and listen to the critiquing, they actually have learned their lessons quite well, and they've definitely improved on a lot. And where they don't improve on, or where they improve on one area or two areas, then it kind of leaves another area slightly lacking, and then they got to try to improve on it more. It's like their work is never done almost. And sometimes I think people should be a little bit more grateful and a little less whiny, but to us, the gaming consumer, it's kind of hard not to be, overly critical of something, especially when we're such huge fans of this stuff. So I'm actually going to quit rambling on. That was going to be the final gold brick for this episode, so I'm going to let you guys go here. Thanks so much for watching. My name has been I'm the Dude 5. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, as well as any others of mine that you may enjoy, including the one I provide on screen. Also, check out my friend Night the Wolf on YouTube. I'll provide a link on screen to his channel. Like and subscribe to him. Also, guys, Destiny 2 is coming out this September, and there's only a limited time left for certain Destiny activities. So if you're looking for a group of people to do raids, Crucible bounties, Age of Triumph activities, etc., check out Body No Pants Party Clan. I'll provide a link on screen to our YouTube channel. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll provide a link in the description to our Facebook page. Drop us a like, talk to one of the admins, and get inducted into the clan straight away. Thanks again for watching, guys, and as always, stay classy, and I will see you all out there in a galaxy far, far away.